All right, here we go again. So this topic is really kind of getting a lot of interest, which I think is fantastic. And that's the USL making the decision that they are going to employ the idea of promotion and relegation. It's so hilarious how many people say regulation. Hey, that promotion regulation thing is okay, nice try. But what we decided is that we address some of your questions because there are some non-negotiables here. And as the USL goes into these uncharted waters of trying to implement something like promotion and relegation, they're starting to hit some tripwire. And then that's what the delay is all about. A delay is when a bunch of people who don't know what the fuck they're doing have to figure out how to understand a concept before they start explaining it, right? I mean, I think Einstein said it. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, maybe you don't understand it yourself. Those are pretty good words from the man Einstein. However, some of you have chimed in. I'm going to read some of these to you. I'll give you the cliff notes. But Kathy Baba, 7665, this is a couple of days ago. She is, why can't USL drop the conference system for a new top league? Have 20 teams in a new top division, then 32 in the championship. Good idea. And keep doubling every tier below because there's so many teams that are involved. Way to go, Kat. I mean, and when we talk about simplicity, this is what you do. Now, here's the part that we also need to understand as these people throw shit at the wall and wait to see what sticks. I really wish, we get some people who have actually done this before or know what this is all about so they can implement it the right way before they start making mistakes. This is kind of one of those things where a bunch of people that know all the answers to the test they've never taken. Good job. Anyway, Kathy, you're on board. You're on board. Well, you're on board with the idea, but you are certainly on the right track when it comes to doing this right. Now, what I would say in the next couple of years is this isn't going to be about relegation at all. It's going to be about defining which teams, which cities, which clubs are positioning themselves to make this kind of jump. So what we'll probably see is something very similar to what you just alluded to there. Maybe a smaller group, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 teams. It doesn't really have to be anything more than that. The only thing that it needs to do to make sure 1,000% that they get right is everybody's got to play everybody. That's part of the non-negotiables. You can't have a league and or a champion who is determined on sporting merit when everybody has a different schedule. Y'all got to play the same teams. Everybody plays everybody, home and away. And that's what sometimes make this a little bit problematic. Oh, Joe Smiley, 5726. Why has everybody got these numbers on them? Do I have to do that? Is there a lot of Joe Smileys out there? Okay, promotion relegation would never work in the U.S. because soccer is not the main sport. Okay, we already knew that. Once an MLS team with a 30K person stadium goes down to the second division and they are stuck there for 5 years, good luck getting your fan base back. Well, then if you aren't coming back, then guess what? Then you were never a fucking fan to start with. That's your team, man. That's your team. You have to be a part of the big show just because, this isn't important enough for me to show up? I got news for you, buddy. If that's your attitude, that team, whatever team you're talking about, doesn't want you. Go pick one of those other sports that you're talking about. You're not a fan. You're not even a supporter. You're just a guy typing stuff that makes absolutely zero sense. And if I'm being really honest, you are the problem. You're a guy that likes the NBA, right? You like it when you have a team that just decides when they travel into certain cities that they're not really going to play. They're going to lose by 25. We'll figure it out. We're not going to compete tonight. We're going to wait for our opportunity to actually show you how good we are. But like Steph Curry, love him to death. That guy will disappear, man. He'll disappear completely at 13 points and a couple of passes and say, I don't really need to play tonight. And then just because he gets a bug up his ass last night, he decides to put up 52 points. Whatever. I mean, that's not bringing it every night. So you're the kind of fan that's like, Steph Curry didn't even try tonight, man. Why am I even here? Well, at least you got to sit in a good spot and you got to be a part of it. Look, you're kind of like if you're a musician, Joe Smiley, or if you like music, this is kind of one of those deals where your band, whether you like them or not, or you even know anything about music, they can try to sell out a big venue and they can take the stage and they can act big time. But what if the music sucks? You just like the band. So you're there to drink a beer and maybe smoke some pot and enjoy the concert. Guys like me go, bass is off, drummer's not very good, singer hasn't hit one note yet. Not going to be here for that. You don't seem to care. You're talking about you just want 29,000 people to sit with you and witness shit. Not for us, buddy. Part of the problem why America doesn't accept soccer to a certain extent is for those very reasons that I just stated. And you can be a part of that basketball outfit that can come in last place. You know what you're going to get? 100%? 100%. This is what you get for sucking that bad. You get the best prospect in the country in the draft. #1 pick, because you haven't figured out the sporting merit part and you don't win on merit. You just entertain. And now some poor fucking kid who's pretty good at basketball knows one thing and one thing only. Worked his ass off to be the best player in the country just to come play for a shit team just because a bunch of people like you want to come and have a beer and yell at him. Come on, man. Go play. Move. How about that for an idea? But don't talk about soccer. You're not a soccer person.